peel it off, and away you go. So if you guys are wondering what you need to install a Starlink on a roof rack, you just need our kit, which comes ready out of the box like this. You get your 4 Swift locks, which are a genuine Rhino rack mounting kit for the Pioneer 6 roof. 4 screws. You need this is all included in our kit. Your washers, and you just need to have your own 4mm Allen key. So these are all pre-made, so they match up perfectly to the Rhino rack Pioneer 6 roof rack. You just need to have an Anderson supply of power. It can be 12 volt, 24, 20 volt, 16, 18 volt, whatever you want in that range, so 12 to 24 volts. And then you plug this directly into that once you finish mounting. You chuck these in the rails, like so. Don't mind these being used ones because I keep upgrading my my system to the latest version that we're marketing. So I just keep updating. Just line it up like so. So you're right on it. Line it up with the other one. Same situation. Washer. Alright, got that in. Same situation for the ones down the back. Alright, so now that I've got all 4 in, you just tighten these up with your 4mm. These are designs that when you tighten them up, they'll just turn into position, so there's nothing special you have to do about it. I try and push mine almost all the way down to the end, like so. That way I maximize my roof rack space. And the same thing applies for the ARB roof rack. So if you get the ARB kit, the only difference is the ARB kit, this angle is longer, and then it clamps around here, which is part of ARB's design, using ARB's proper alloy block roof rack attachments. They're all supplied in our kit. So if you pick your Rhino rack Pioneer 6 or your ARB base rack, you get everything you need to basically mount your Starlink on your roof. You've just got to run your 12 volt. And ideally run this to something that's got a switch so you can turn it on and off from your cab or your dash. And all the voltage regulation is done in there. The minimum size cabling you need here, we recommend 6mm twin core, but you can use 4mm twin core as well. That's within spec, but we always like to go a little extra, and we recommend our clients do as well if you want worry-free 12 volt basically. Yep, and guys, once you've got it mounted, so once it's just mounted securely, we just use some half-cut convoluted tube around our twin core to protect it from the UV. Plug it in, and then you just want to cable tie this down to somewhere secure. You can get adapters, so you can cable tie it into the rail there, but I've never really used them on our kits. We just make the cable as short as we can, and we just come down and under like that. We always just chuck one tie just to hold the cable in so it can't move with anything else, and we always route the cable the nearest way we can around the window mount down to the bottom of the cab if you're doing a rear mount install. If you're doing an install into like a tailgate, you generally can come back underneath the tailgate and into the water grommet that they use to run wires into your tailgate for your electrical. We also use pliers, a pair of scissors to cut the half-cut convoluted tubing, and a couple of cable ties. We only use one in our case. So, and that's pretty much it. Once it's mounted, just peel it off, and away you go. So you see, guys, the great thing about this design is that, let's just say you're at camp and you wanted to leave your Starlink behind. You could just simply unplug that, unbolt these 4 screws, take it off and leave it at camp and plug this directly into a power bank. You could buy our Anderson to USB-C plug to plug it into a small power bank, or cigarette lighter socket. You could leave it back at camp on the caravan. It's very flexible. Even better, we even have the mounts here where they're a quick release. So you can have a permanently mounted bar here, and then this has another bar that joins together through an R-clip and pin. So you just pin it here, and here. You can just break the pins off, take the R-clips off, and then just take it straight off without having to use any tools. That's an option as well for you. Just depends on the frequency you plan to keep relocating it, but there are plenty of options. Check it out, allterrain.com.au.